I'm just going to kind of start out by saying what leadership role I'd like to play as a captain. And last year as a captain, I really learned a lot from Taylor about how to be a real active leader, and I sort of more played a role as leading by example and just putting in consistent effort and having a good attitude. But what I really learned from people like Taylor was sort of how to reel everyone in if the coach isn't there that day and people are getting a little rambunctious in the practice and stuff. So I'm ready to take on more of an active role as captain and sort of be there for everyone when maybe a coach isn't. And then also I really want to be an active figure at the championship meets. I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I know I definitely played a role in the success of our team at this past championship meet, and I can definitely say that with pride. I think between swimming my best in every race and also encouraging everyone else to swim really well in their races, I really play an important role there. Also, I want to be sort of the go-to guy, but also the guy that goes to you at the same time. So the go-to guy, if you have any problems, come to me, but at the same time, I'll seek people out who maybe I feel like are outside the group a little bit, just sort of reel them back in and get them re-involved with what's going on. But also I can help people out with things colleges or any personal issues that you have, like racing, someone looking to make a bigger commitment to the team, pretty much everything except breaststroke, you can count on. I can give you a pretty frank answer about. So team gift, last year I did the t-shirt design. This year I'm planning to do jerseys for the guys, and I already have the sign-up sheet worked out at home. So I was gonna bring it in today as proof, but it isn't quite finished yet. And I'd be glad to work with the GMA women if they need any ideas for shorts or anything, so sort of help get those wheels turning. And then captain's expectations, I always have, since I've been on GMA, followed all the captain's expectations, and I know I'm going to follow all of them this year. But more specifically, I'm going to maintain practice attendance year-round, weekly, as well as the home meet attendance. So I know all of you know that I come 8 days a week to practice, so I don't, the numbers kind of speak for themselves there. But as far as being present at every home meet and also every team function, especially at the winter nights meet, it's my goal this year to sort of improve morale and enthusiasm among the team and eventually sort of improve performance at that meet, because I think we could have a lot of fun, really having pride that it's GMA's home meet. And then also sort of the second captain's expectations that I kind of hope to turn around is the weekly address that we have in team meeting. So you can always, if I was captain, you could always expect a really straightforward, truthful, that's a big one, and thoughtful address to the team during the team meeting. And if anyone else has any problems, no matter how ridiculous, Winget's getting some ideas over there, you can come to me and I'll bring them up during the team meeting, anonymously, of course. So yeah. And then lastly, just if there was any reason that you should vote for me for captains, because I really care about GMA, I really care about each and every one of you. I was telling Maya this weekend, I really don't care about any of my friends at school half as much as I care about anyone at GMA. We go through so much together. And I read the GMA blog every now and again when Facebook is all right, dude, that's enough. I go to the GMA blog and check that out. So yeah, GMA has just been a big part of my life. I'm here every day and stuff. So definitely, if you're looking for someone who's going to be invested in the team and is going to stick with it from now until I leave for college next year, I'm your guy. Alright,
So I'm just going to start out with a little fact about myself. I'm Michael. I've been on this team since I was 8, so I've seen a lot of changes. I've seen the workouts kind of go from quality to, critical speed and everything. So I've been through a lot of changes at GMA, and part of being on GMA for so long, I've been able to see all the different captains and how they've acted. So I've seen them do things that I've liked, and when seeing them things do that I dislike. So it's really been kind of cool to come all the way up from when I was young and all the way in the regional group to now up being in the national group, and I really feel like I have a good perspective on what the team how it kind of functions and everything. This is kind of a core group of kids, that I've been swimming with for a while. It's kind of, we've all got ideas, from when we're in age groups about what we would do when we ruled the team and everything. So those are some things that I'd try to implement, and I really would like to start enjoying more responsibilities on the team. I feel like I've had a lot of good ideas, and I've tried to, I've definitely seen the really good leadership out of our previous captains, Taylor and Dylan, and I've always remembered Rob Deline, I don't know if any of you knew him, Ben Courtney have always been kind of role models of swimmers that I've looked up to, and I've definitely seen some things that they've done well that I'd like to do. They really were able to bring the team together kind of as a whole, not only just the night practice, but as the age groupers and regional groups go, because they really kind of extended their hand out to them, and I'd really like to be able to do that too. And I feel like I have, I know a lot of the younger kids because I swim a lot with a lot of them on BTC, and I know a lot of them just from being around. And the gift I kind of like to start a new thing. So at every championship meet, you always see the Gators with all their gear and everything, and I think something that we should do this year is, I don't know if any of you watch football, but the terrible towels from the Steelers, I think that's pretty cool when you get a whole group of people up there waving the towels, going crazy at the game from a big play or something. So I really think it'd be kind of cool if we all got towels for, regionals, seniors, all the big meets, at finals, everyone's up there, you start waving those towels, and everyone's gonna, GMA swimmers in finals tonight. Gotta watch that lane 3, the outside there, whatever lane it happens to be. So I really think that could be something, and especially you can do it with the younger kids too, because they can do that at regionals, so then it kind of pulls everybody together is what I'd really like to try to do. And some expectations that I'd like to say is I've really given up a lot for swimming. I've stopped doing a lot of other sports just to completely focus on swimming, and I've really committed myself this season. I'm going to try to go 7 to 8 workouts a week. I've really tried to achieve my goal of junior nationals and nationals after that, and that's really I know a team goal for us, so I'm really trying to help out our team and kind of go to nationals, get that Vermont pride out there, because don't always have that. We got Taylor, but he's gone now. And I'd really like to be able to be kind of the captain that helps you out, want to be able to reach out to everyone. I want to be the kind of captain that you can just come to me with, a problem or a worry or, a question you have, if you have any, issues or just things you want to talk about. I'm here, I'll listen to you, shoot me a text, write me on Facebook, just got one, so kind of new, big deal.
Man.
Kind of a big deal, still exploring it, so, and, just anytime you have something on your mind, if you have anything you just want to talk about, don't be afraid to come ask. And I'd really like to see our team is definitely moving in the right direction. I've seen, gone all the way from our team average of 3.9 now all the way up to 5. So I really want to continue everyone moving in that right direction. Hopefully we'll get everybody. I think everyone can definitely achieve opens this year. I think we could have at least 30 or 40 athletes there just from, going online, looking at all the little split sheets of everybody. I do that frequently. I go online, make all the relays of what I think they should be, and that's what I do. And I just love to swim, and I'd really really just like to be a captain. I've been on this team for a while, and it's always been kind of a dream of mine to become a captain, and you should vote for me.
I've been on the team for 5 years now, and something that I noticed is that we have 2 categories of captains, I would think. One are the loud captains, so they don't necessarily get engaged. They're just really loud and noticeable. I'm not going to name anybody, Becky, but and then we have the really silent leaders like Dan Healy. So, and I feel like something that I've heard already from Dylan and Michael was that they want to take a more active role, like get involved with the other swimmers and everything. That's also something I'm wishing to do and going to do, actually. And it's just really important to me because I feel like I've been on the team for 5 years and I know everybody well enough so that I can go to them and talk to them, and hopefully they can come to me to express thoughts or like new ideas. I'm willing to represent anybody who wants to, who might be too scared to go to Laura, whether it's something as simple as like, you know, maybe throw in some new sets there, or something as radical as like 20 million 25s. Wing it. And I'm willing to take the full force of Laura yelling or Laura patting me on the back. So for the next two parts of expectations and the team gift, I have a little thing because I'm also hoping to bring a little creativity to the team. So here we go. Can I have one of those things, man? No, that.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay. You'll probably recognize this from a certain TV commercial. Hello, teammates. Look at your friend. Now back to me. Look at your friend. Now back to me. Your friend may not be me, but he can be if he votes for me as team captain. Look down. Look up again. You're in a field. Still in a field. Watching me embarrass myself. Look, what's in your hand? I have it. It's in my hand. It's the team CD that I'm going to make for you guys if you vote for me as your captain.
Look again.
It is now a list of the 12 and unders that I'm going to learn their names by the end of the season. Anything is possible when you vote for me. I'm sitting on Brandon. So I'm just hoping to bring some fun and creativity and just like getting everybody to relax and being able to come to me, and yeah.
Okay, so unlike David or Wingett, I have not been on the team that long, but I've been with Merritt and Taylor, who've been two captains the last 2 years, who really Taylor's given like a crash course on everything to know about being a captain and everything, and I've learned a lot about him, about how to be, as Taylor, a captain that comes to like every practice, leads by example, someone you can go to for anything or whatever. And then also by Merritt, as I always noticed that he stayed a lot to pick up all the workouts. He was always the last one out of the closet to make sure that was clean and everything. And so those two have really taught me a lot about how to be an active captain like that. And I kind of want to be like that. Come to every practice, which I normally do, and then lead by example like that. And then also someone you can come to with anything, like everyone else, captain like that. But it's kind of the same thing. But yeah, anything you want us to talk about or anything, come to me. As a gift, I know Dylan did the shirts last year, he's doing the jerseys this year. I could do the shirts this year. I think I've got a great idea for that this year. Kind of incorporating a couple of last year's stuff 2 years ago and stuff from team meetings last year that no one else on any other team knows about or anything, for stuff like that. And so I think that'd be really cool. And I think David and I are talking about maybe we're working together on this team CD to help make that go faster and more streamlined like that, so it doesn't take as much time to do, or it's not all one person working on that, which has been in the past. And then expectations, Dylan was talking about weekly thing at team meeting, but I want to take that another step further. We had the captain's blog that kind of only went during the meets. I think if we rotate the captains and get a captain to do that once every week or every 2 weeks, something like that, it'd be really cool to keep everyone can look at the captain's blog and know what's going on. Like if they're sick or whatever and missed a week of training, they can see what went on that week and stuff, and all the stuff they've missed. And that's about it. I like to be short and right to the point and not everywhere.